You're not gonna believe the words that set Draymond Green off in the middle of an NBA game, because what started as a joke turned into one of the most uncomfortable courtside moments we've seen all season. And trust me, the reason behind it is wilder than you think. A fan, a chant, and Draymond Green storming off the court ready to confront a man face to face. And everything that happened after changed the conversation around NBA fan behavior instantly. Before we go deeper, make sure you subscribe, because the drama coming out of this season isn't slowing down anytime soon, and you do not want to miss the next headline. Now let's talk about what actually happened inside Smoothie King Center and why Draymond Green felt completely disrespected. Golden State was on the road handling business against the Pelicans when suddenly the cameras caught Draymond marching straight toward a courtside seat. You could literally feel the energy shift. Players froze, refs stared, and the crowd gasped because nobody expected Draymond to snap mid-possession. And here's where things get crazier. The fan wasn't yelling the usual trash talk. It wasn't "you suck," it wasn't "brick," it wasn't anything about the Warriors collapsing last season. No, the fan was chanting something Draymond never thought he'd hear. He was calling Draymond Green Angel Reese. Yes, that Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky rebounding star, one of the biggest names in the WNBA, a walking double-double machine. At first, Draymond brushed it off. He said later it even felt like a good joke at first, but the fan didn't stop. He kept repeating it over and over and over again until finally Draymond just snapped. He left the free throw lineup, walked 12 full feet across the baseline, and got right in the fan's face, close enough that security had to sprint in and block the two from making contact. The fan, later identified as Sam Green, no relation, told the Associated Press that he wasn't cursing, but Draymond claims the disrespect was crystal clear, because according to Draymond, it wasn't just that the fan compared him to Angel Reese, it was the implication behind it. Draymond said afterward, "It was a good joke at first, but you can't keep calling me a woman. I've got 4 kids and 1 on the way. Can't keep calling me a woman." And that right there is the sentence that made this whole moment explode online. Because if you think fans were done, oh no, they were just getting started. People immediately split into 2 groups. One side said, "Come on, Draymond, Angel Reese is a superstar rebounder. This is a compliment." The other side said, "Nah, the fan was clearly trolling him with gender and Draymond had every right to clap back." But here's the twist no one expected. When someone pointed out to Draymond that Angel Reese is literally one of the best rebounders on the planet, he fired back with something no one saw coming. "For sure, but Lisa Leslie was a good rebounder too, and she's older than me." Meaning, he understood the basketball reference, but he didn't appreciate the disrespect behind the tone. And honestly, when you watch the clip, he's not wrong. The fan wasn't comparing skill sets. He was clearly poking at identity, not basketball ability. But here's the part everyone missed. Draymond didn't get ejected. He didn't get a technical. He didn't get fined. At least not yet. In fact, security only warned the fan. Draymond walked back to the court, and the game continued like nothing happened. But let me tell you something. The NBA is absolutely reviewing this. They always do when a player makes heated physical contact, even if it's just a face-to-face confrontation. And this isn't the first time Draymond has had issues with fans either. Remember, he was fined $25,000 back in 2022 for yelling profanity at a Mavericks fan. And every time something like this happens, the NBA tightens their grip on fan behavior and player reactions. But this situation is different because it wasn't profanity, it was identity. And that's exactly why this moment spread across social media in seconds. People aren't debating basketball, they're debating respect. They're debating boundaries. They're debating how far fans should be allowed to go when they buy a close-up seat. And meanwhile, the fan insisted he didn't cross any line. He told reporters, "I wasn't using profanity," and for him to walk 12 feet off the court to come and get in my face like that, it was a little unnerving. He then added something even more shocking. He claimed Draymond threatened to punch him. Now, whether that happened or not, only 2 people know. But you can bet the NBA is going to ask both. But the funniest twist is Angel Reese hasn't even commented yet. And let's be real, she probably will. Angel is one of the most outspoken, confident young stars in the game, and she's not afraid of a headline. And the moment she responds, oh, that's going to be another viral wave. Now, keep in mind, Draymond's night wasn't even that impressive statistically. He finished with 8 points, 10 rebounds, and shot 3 for 13. So the fan calling him Angel Reese wasn't totally random. It was clearly poking fun at him grabbing rebounds but struggling to score. And listen, Angel Reese averaged 13.1 rebounds as a rookie. She averaged 12.6 last season. She averaged 15.4 at LSU. The joke writes itself. But for Draymond, it wasn't the basketball part. It was the gender disrespect. And that's where this becomes bigger than basketball. Steve Kerr, trying to avoid adding gasoline to the fire, simply said, as long as it doesn't escalate, it's fine for a player to go over and have a discussion. It would have been nice if security got there earlier. Kerr knows Draymond was heated, but he's not throwing his player under the bus. Golden State won the game easily, 124-106. They moved to 9-6 and are now on a 3-game win streak. And yet, Nobody's talking about the win. Nobody's talking about Stephen Curry's performance. Nobody's talking about the Pelicans falling to 2-11. All anyone is talking about is Draymond Green marching off the court to confront a fan over a chant no one expected. But here's what I want you to think about. Why does this keep happening specifically to Draymond? Why is he the magnet for these explosive fan interactions? And is the NBA going to make an example out of him or out of the fan? Because here's something nobody's mentioning yet. The NBA has been cracking down hard on fan behavior the last few years. Fans have been ejected, banned, and even arrested for crossing lines. And the NBA is always looking for moments to show this is where the line is. But will they say Draymond crossed it or did the fan? That's the cliffhanger heading into next week. And get ready, because Draymond Green never stays quiet after a situation like this. If you think this story's over, oh no, you haven't heard the last of it, not even close. So if you love NBA news, breaking controversies, and real inside-the-game moments like this one, hit that subscribe button right now, because the next chapter of this story, you're going to want to hear it the moment it drops.